For more than 1,000 years, this city stood undefeated. Empires rose and collapsed around it. Armies came and failed, and generations believed one thing was certain: Constantinople could never fall. It was the heart of the Roman world, the shield of Europe, and the gate between East and West. If you controlled this city, you controlled history. But in the year 1453, a 21-year-old ruler decided that history was about to change. Constantinople was not just another capital. It was the last living remnant of the Roman Empire, a city that connected Europe and Asia, Christianity and trade, ancient power and medieval survival. For centuries, it controlled the most important trade routes in the world. Silk, spices, gold, and ideas all passed through its gates. Its fall would not just destroy a city, it would reshape the entire world. What made Constantinople special was not only its location, but its defenses. The Theodosian walls were legendary. 3 massive layers of stone, towers, trenches, and gates designed to stop any army. Arab armies failed, Bulgarian armies failed, even the Crusaders struggled. The city earned a reputation as the most fortified place on earth, but by the 15th century, the empire behind those walls was dying. The Byzantine Empire had shrunk to almost nothing. The city was surrounded by enemies, poor, and desperately underdefended. And watching all of this closely was a young Ottoman sultan named Mehmed II. Mehmed was not reckless or impatient. He was educated, multilingual, and obsessed with Constantinople. To him, this city was destiny. He understood something previous attackers did not. Starving the city would take too long. Traditional siege tactics would fail. So he chose a different path. Mehmed invested in something new, something terrifying. Giant cannons, built by a Hungarian engineer named Urban. These cannons were unlike anything the world had seen before. Some were so large they had to be transported by dozens of oxen. They fired stone balls weighing hundreds of kilograms. Walls that had resisted armies for centuries were now facing pure physics. In April 1453, the Ottoman army arrived. Tens of thousands of soldiers surrounded Constantinople. Inside the city, fewer than 7,000 defenders prepared to resist. The emperor, Constantine XI, knew the odds. There would be no reinforcements. Western Europe had promised help, but it never came. Still, the defenders fought. Day after day, the cannons fired, the ground shook. Sections of the ancient walls began to crack. But the Byzantines repaired them every night. As long as the walls stood, hope survived. One defense gave them confidence. A massive iron chain stretched across the Golden Horn, blocking the Ottoman navy from entering the harbor. As long as that chain held, the city's northern side was safe. Mehmed studied the problem, and then he made a decision that stunned everyone. If his ships could not pass through the water, they would pass over land. Under cover of night, Ottoman forces built a road of grease logs. Then, they dragged entire warships over hills and into the harbor behind the chain. When the people of Constantinople woke up, they saw enemy ships where none should exist. The city was now surrounded on all sides. From that moment on, the end was inevitable. The bombardment intensified. Wave after wave of attacks followed. Exhausted defenders fought with desperation, knowing this was the final stand. On May 29, 1453, the Ottomans launched their final assault. Cannons thundered. Soldiers flooded the breaches. The walls finally gave way. Emperor Constantine XI removed his royal symbols and charged into battle like an ordinary soldier. He was never seen again. By sunrise, Constantinople had fallen. The Byzantine Empire, the last echo of Rome, was gone. Mehmed entered the city and ordered an end to the chaos. He declared Constantinople the new capital of the Ottoman Empire. The Hagia Sophia, once the greatest church in Christendom, became a mosque. But the consequences went far beyond one city. The fall of Constantinople marked the end of the Middle Ages. Trade routes shifted. European powers began searching for new paths to Asia. This search would lead to the age of exploration, and eventually to the modern world. Scholars fled west, carrying ancient knowledge that helped ignite the Renaissance. One city fell, and history changed direction. Constantinople did not just fall in 1453, it transformed the future of humanity, and the world that exists today began the moment its walls collapsed. Subscribe for more. See you in the next one.